Ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. Thank you and welcome to the West Division Contest for 2014. This is the International Speech and Tabletop Quiz Contests. We are bringing it to order. I'd like to at this time introduce Area 72 Governor and the contest chair, Shafiq Abu Bakr.
Welcome to 2014 West Division International Speech and Tabletop Contest. Look at you guys. You guys could be 100 different places today, right? At this time, on a Friday evening. But you guys chose to be here to support our fellow Toastmasters competing at the International Speech Contest. Thanks for coming here today and supporting our fellow Toastmasters. We have a wonderful Toastmaster who will be holding the meeting today, and that is nobody other than Linda. Linda Gaskas, you guys all know, she's a 7.5-year veteran and Toastmaster lifer. And I asked her what that means. And she said, you go wherever you want, come back and I will be still here. Her Toastmaster journey began in June 2006, and she's a charter member of Crystal Clear in the Northwest Division, where she served as VP of Education and President. Upon moving to the Western Division, she and her husband Craig joined Riverwalk. Linda is currently the club mentor for BP Petrochemicals and a new member at her second club, Beyond the Seas, which I am the president and a member at. She is the immediate past West Division Governor and will soon be receiving her DTM. Give Linda a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, Mr. Contest Chair. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, welcome to this wonderful event that we are going to be having this evening. Before we get started, though, I would like to make sure that everyone has all their electronic devices shut down and totally off. So please do that in the next 30 seconds or so. At this time, I would like to recognize the dignitaries. So I'm going to need their list.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
When I say your name, please stand and be recognized. Lieutenant Governor of Education and Training, Donna Weston. Logistics Chair, Don Williams. South Division Governor, Lee Jones. Area Governor for E62. Barbara Beckley for Area Governor for E64. Jeffrey Stein, Area Governor for E65. Rose Schultz, Area Governor for W71. B. Borges. B. Borges for Area Governor for W74. Amy Atcha, Area Governor for W75. And somebody did not sign this dignitary list who is Area Governor for W72, Shafiq Abu Baker. Linda. Okay, that's okay. Past District Governor, 1988 to 1989, Keith Essex. Past District Governor from 1987 to 1988, Bob Roman. Is there any other dignitary here whose name is not called? Would you please stand and state your name?
Frank Amos, South 52.
Tiffany Slinko, Northeast Division Governor.
Thank you all for being here tonight and supporting our contests. We will have two contests tonight, table topics and international speech contest. First, we're going to start with the table topics contest, have a 10-minute break, and then proceed to have the international speech contest. Contestants, timers, ballot counters, and sergeant-at-arms have all been briefed prior to the beginning of this contest, and they are totally aware of Toastmasters International's rules governing contests. No one should enter or leave the room when somebody is giving a presentation. Please do that if you need to during the 1 minute silence, which is going to be in between the contestants, or wait for the 10-minute break. With that said, let the contest begin. I will give the speaking order of the contestants. First table topics contestant is Bob Roman. Second table topics contestant is Rajiv Priyadarshi. Third table topics contest is Susan Rogers. And the fourth and final table topics contestant is Laura Ellman. Madam Sergeant-at-Arms, will you please escort all the contestants except for contestant number 1 at this time? We are ready to hear from our table topic contestants. There will be 1 minute of silence between each of the contestants. And Madam Timer, I am going to ask you to actually time that when I give you the signal between the contestants. After all contestants have spoken, the judges have all the time they need to fill out their ballots. We will now begin the table topics contest. Contestant number 1, Bob Roman. If you could become any famous person in history for 24 hours, who would you choose? Why would you choose that person? And what would you be doing? If you could become any famous person in history for 24 hours, who would you choose? Why would you choose that person? And what would you be doing? Bob Ronan.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. What I'd like to be for 24 hours is the governor of Illinois. Just for 24 hours. Because then I would go and say, you know, there's a certain Mr. Roman who lives in Chicago and his taxes are so high. So how about exempting that person and his brother because he owns the building? So, okay, so I would clear that out. And then don't you just hate it? Every year you have to pay to renew your license? Put a little sticker on there that costs $100, $150. Well, hey, since I'm governor, I can get that for life free. I would sign all those kind of bills, and then after I satisfied myself, I would look to my friends. And I have a lot of friends in Toastmasters. Of course, it might cost a little bit. You know, I need to do my financial situation because I had a wife that took care of me, or I should say an ex-wife. That left me pretty bad off. But, so that's why I'd love to be the governor. Just think of the changes. But one change that I wouldn't do for me, I would do for the teachers of Illinois. I would tell them, let all the legislators have 0 pensions and take all that money and give it to the teachers because they stole the money anyway.
One minute of silence, please.
Time.
Thank you, Madam Timer. Contestant number 2, Rajiv Priyadarshi. If you could become any famous person in history for 24 hours, who would you choose? Why would you choose that person? And what would you be doing? If you could become any famous person in history for 24 hours, who would you choose? Why would you choose that person? And what would you be doing? Contestant number 2, Rajiv Priyadarshi.
If I could be anyone from the history for 24 hours, who would I be? Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guest, I would be Abraham Lincoln. Why? Because today what we need is unity. There's a lot of diversity, but we are breaking apart because of religions, color, caste, and any other distinction that you could see or you cannot see. And we need somebody to have the vision to see that no matter how you look, no matter what you do, your color is still red. And that is that color which unites us. No matter how you look, no matter where you are from, you will still love your children the way anybody else does. No matter how you look, no matter where you came from, you still have the same pain when somebody belittles your existence. So I want to be that person, Abraham Lincoln, on the Battle of Gettysburg, when he was talking about this great nation. When we were ravaged by petty thoughts about slavery, north, south, but somebody who had the vision. Today we are in this room because of the vision of one man. And if I could get a choice, I could be there so that I could unite. Where would you be? Let us all think about the future. In our lives, whenever there are troubled times, let's make sure that we can see a powerful future and acknowledge but transcend the limitations of today. Madam President.
1 minute of silence, please.
Time.
Thank you, Madam Tyner. Contestant number 3, Susan Rogers. If you could become any famous person in history for 24 hours, who would you choose? Why would you choose that person? And what would you be doing? If you could become any famous person in history for 24 hours, who would you choose? Why would you choose that person? And what would you be doing? Susan Rogers.
If I could be a famous person for 24 hours, I think I'd be Betsy Ross. She's kind of an interesting lady. When I was a kid, all I ever heard from my mom was, well, when I was your age, you need to grow up. And I used to tell her, well, Mom, when Betsy Ross was your age, she sewed a flag. She got that done. But the reason I beat Betsy Ross is I like to quilt. There's something beautiful about quilting. It's a way for me to be creative, and I love to give my creations away. Everybody I've ever met always loved a hand-sewn quilted object. But Betsy Ross is even more interesting because what she did sewing that flag is something that carried on for years and years and years. And I think we all have a need to be important, a need to be remembered after we're gone. We need to have something out there. So sewing a flag that's been in our country for years and years is a phenomenal thing. The other thing about that is, it really didn't take her that long to sew it. And she was the one that came up with the idea of the stars and the stripes. It's, the stars and stripes representing the estates. So if I could be somebody for 24 hours, Betsy Ross. Thank you.
1 minute of silence, please. for 24 hours, who would you choose? Why would you choose that person? And what would you be doing? If you could become any famous person in history for 24 hours, who would you choose? Why would you choose that person? And what would you be doing? Laura Ellman.
Fellow Toastmasters, guests, the only person that I can think of wanting to be, for some reason, it's just hitting me, Eleanor Roosevelt. She was quite a pioneer as a First Lady and quite a public figure in a very important part of our history during the Great Depression. Now, if I were her, at this time, for the next 24 hours, the first thing I would do is probably complain about the weather. But the second thing that I would do is that I would spend these 24 hours reaching out to more people to find out what they want and to try to spread some more news about equality, about democracy, and about opportunity. The Great Depression and the New Deal was all about giving people an opportunity, making the middle class, the lower class, have a little bit more power. I remember my grandfather told me that if it weren't for the New Deal, his family wouldn't have even gotten paid. They were able to get at least $1 instead of those company store dollars, so that they could actually save their own money. So I think I would use this 24 hours to kind of do the same thing. Fellow Toastmasters, thank you.
Everyone, please remain silent while the judges tabulate their votes. we take our 10-minute break, we have the opportunity for announcements. Shafiq,
Yes.
are there any announcements that you would like to make at this time? Hey, Christina Farhas.
Great job. Here is our past division governor. She did a great job. Grab something. Pass these out. We want to make sure they get You're going to get fripped on the 25th and the 26th of April at our conference. Please pass those out. I don't want these left here. For those of you that don't know, that Teresa Fripp is the coach to all the winners, both in the corporate arena and in Toastmasters, if I might add. I think she's coached a couple of real great winners. So it's April 25th, 26th. Table topics contest on Friday. I was speaking about the conference anyway. 25th is table topics. 26th is our international speech contest. And the speech that I like to say has legs. Because the winner from tonight will join all the other division winners. And will then go to Kuala Lumpur for the Toastmasters International Convention.
I think only one actually goes. Only one person will be going, not all of them.
Did I say there has to be a contest
yes.
at conference, right? That goes to convention. So the winners from all that districts go to Kuala Lumpur. So I don't know, but I think it's great. I brought a guest tonight. Bring yourself a guest. Come to the table topics. Have a great Friday. I think it's an awesome time. There'll be some educational sessions. Amy's leading one on Friday. What's the session?
Oh, on the 25th, it will be letting go, the art of delegation. At 5 o'clock on Friday, the 25th.
And we'll have a few other educational sessions. And of course, there's the greatest keynote speaker backed by popular demand, Patricia Fred. So the 25th and 26th. What other announcements do we have? There's a business meeting. Everybody in here that's dignitary is supposed to be at the business meeting. Very important. We're discussing very important topics like alignment, so we need you there. And to be part of the decision-making process, part of our leadership. Those of you who have been a facilitator tonight, make sure you get credit in your manuals. We're always teaching in Toastmasters. And I think I've overstayed my welcome up here. So see you on the 25th and the 26th. Yes, Dennis, help. You go right ahead. Here's this first.
Good evening. My name is Dennis Timko, and I am representing the North Division. Thank you, Christina. The North Division, we are having our division contest tomorrow morning, Deerfield Public Library, 10 a.m. Please join me because I am thinking, I'm looking around this room, not only do we have some fantastic friendly faces, what an opportunity. You should be proud as a group, Shafiq, be able to have such a great turnout here. I'd like to see you also join. And the last thing I'd like to support, if I would, the comment that Christina made. If you have not seen Patricia Fripp, go just to see her speak. I guarantee you it may be worth the trip. And as your club, or if you're a guest, free, go with your club, go to see her speak. She's well worth the price of admission. Thank you very much.
One last little announcement for tomorrow. So going along with the North's contest, the Northeast is also having their division contest tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. at Westminster Place in Evanston. So if you come out to the North, you can double dip and go to the Northeast. It's going to be an all-day fun rounding out the division contest. So I encourage everybody to come out and some great speakers and really look forward to the district contest out on 25th and 26th.
Rose, would you like to make an announcement?
Thank you. I'm Rose Schultz, West 71 Area Governor. Would you like to think? Do you like power? I imagine most of us do. on April 19th. It's Saturday from 12 until 4. Amy Atcha and I will be presenting the program from the Success Communication Series. It is called Building Your Thinking Power. We're going to be doing parts 1 and 2. Mental flexibility. And part 2 is power of ideas. This is going to be helping you thinking more creatively, on your feet, going way outside your box, looking at different ways to interact with people and engage. It's free. It's at the Schaumburg Library on the 2nd floor. Again, April 19th. It's a Saturday from 12 until 4. It's an interactive session, and you'll be walking away with free manuals, and who doesn't like that? So join us, come out, build your power, build your thinking, and we will see you there. Thank you.
Any other announcements at this time? Then we're going to break for a 10-minute break, so please be back here at 7:42 according to this clock on the back wall.